Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule, stop in and see what it is I'm up to. At the moment I'm heading out to pick up a couple of the grand brats and then run them home. But I had this thing running in my head to try to get it out here without stumbling over my own tongue too much. But EDC, everyday carry. What exactly is EDC? Well, that depends on who you are, and where you are, and what you tend to do. Some things I always carry. I carry a wallet. The wallet changes over time. At one point it was a super long biker wallet with a chain that hung down to my knees and all my keys and whatnot. Another time my EDC included a holster full of hemostats and bandage shears and tongue depressor and CPR masks, and you know, it really all depends. But almost all the time I had at least a watch, which I don't anymore, a pen knife, or a folder of some sort. Generally a sheath knife, a straight edge, straight knife. But depending on what I was doing, like when I was doing lawn maintenance and landscape work, my EDC going to work was a large ice chest type thing that would have several bottles of frozen water, frozen iced tea, and just cold drinks in it, some sandwiches, a couple packs of cigarettes, a couple of bandanas, usually an elastic bandage. When I was driving truck, my EDC would have been a slightly smaller bag, but again I'd have full of, I'd pack some frozen bottles, frozen water bottles, and a couple packs of cigarettes, and one or two bandanas, and maybe some aspirin, and I don't really remember what all was in there. Probably an extra lighter or two, a spare knife. When I drove the school bus, right back to the same thing. I had a small insulated case that carried bottles of frozen water. Excuse me, needed a drink. A couple packs of cigarettes, probably some of my drawing kit. I actually had a drawing kit that I carried. It was more like one of the purses that I carry now, but set up to be a drawing kit. There seems to be a trend there. One of them is cigarettes, which I no longer do. I quit smoking 5 years ago, almost 6 years ago. I'd still carry a bandana almost all the time. I don't know who's laying on the horn. Oh, that's that truck that was mad at the big truck for taking too long to clear the intersection. I still carry a bandana, I still carry a knife, I still carry a lighter, but my EDC has changed as my occupation changes and as my daily needs change. My EDC on the weekend would have been different to what I carried during the week, unless I was actually working the weekends. But it usually entailed if I had the kids or whatnot with us. But an EDC to go out fishing on the boat would have carried some of the same supplies, frozen water bottles, or bottles of frozen water or whatever, a few snacks, a couple packs of cigarettes, a couple lighters, maybe some snacks. It's all close to the same type thing. Now, my EDC now, my everyday carry, I bought these bags thinking that would be enough, and it was it was primarily for a phone, to protect my phone, but I've overfilled them. It's just little stuff that comes in handy nearly every day. And you know, this little man purse or sporran or whatever you want to call it is overstuffed. I mean, it's busting at the seams. So, and I've pared it down, and then I realized, well, I should have left that in there because I ended up needing it after all. So, and we're not talking like a survival kit type EDC. I have a couple of kits in the vehicle that, you know, I can fall back on. If, like, you know, wound care kit, I carry a bandana, and there's tape on it on a cigarette lighter or on one of my other cases. I can stop bleeding with that until I get to one of my wound care kits where I can do a proper cleansing and bandaging. So, you know, as long as I'm not too far away, and if I intend on being that far away, I could add, you know, throw a first aid wound type kit into one of my carry bags. But it's not meant as a survival. Like, I doubt I'd survive in the woods with it. Although, you know, it's possible. I have a knife and fire and a little bit of cordage, and I should, you know, I'm pretty much good to go. I have the skill sets that would at least let me survive the night here in Florida. Anyway, I'm not so sure about, you know, the Alaskan wilderness or something. That would be a bit preposterous. But anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking. You know, with the EDC, everybody's like EDC, 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 and then they pull out all this stuff out of their pockets, and you know, and it's all cool. You know, you got a knife, and you've got a lighter, and you've got a flashlight, and some people carry a firearm. I don't see why people want to broadcast that. If you carry a firearm, then keep it to yourself. That's my thinking. But you know, to each their own. Just like every EDC is to each their own. So, as you can see, we are pulling up at the school. Ooh, that's a pretty purple truck. Anyway, that's it for now. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Share me around on your social media. If you'd like to check out my Facebook, the link should be in the description box. If you'd like to send me snail mail, the link will be down below. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call, hit them up on Facebook, let them know you're thinking about them. We're not promised tomorrow, people. But until I see y'all again, Salancha. Hope you have a fandoculous day. Bye-bye.